warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad SYAHMI bin Muhammad ARIF, and I am here today as a professional Mobile Legend Bang Bang player and currently playing for Geekfam Malaysia. I am here today as a moderator and also panel for today's forum about does e-sport good for youth generation or not. First of all, esports, short for electronic sports, is the name given to professional competitive gaming. Esports also can be defined as a video games played in a competitive environment. This includes both amateur and professional players and is usually associated with leagues, ladders, and tournaments. In a nutshell, competitors play video games while being watched by a live audience. All games can be included, not just those of the sports genre. So, let's hear the opinions on today's topic from our panel. Make yourself comfortable.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is LUQMAN HAKIM bin KAMALUDIN. I'm a manager for RRQ team. Is one of the professional esport team in the world. So firstly, I have 3 points to counter the disadvantage point, and the first one is mapping. The gamer use in game map or build maps on his head to navigate around virtual worlds. And my second point is memory. Playing his first shooter game such as Call of Duty and Battlefield series enable the player to effectively judge what information should be stored in his memory and what can be discarded considering the task at hand. According to a study published in the Psychological Research. And the third one is improved ability to rapidly and accurately recognize visual information. A study from Beth Israel Medical Center found a direct link between skill at video gaming and skill at keyhole or laparoscopic surgery. Doctors will spend at least 3 hours a week playing video games, made about 37% fewer mistakes in surgery, and perform the task 27% faster than non-gaming surgeons. Another study found that people who play video games on a regular basis are better at registering visual data and therefore quicker visual learners. They are also more resistant to perceptual interference and are therefore able to learn for a longer period of time in distracting environments. So we go to the next panel is Mr. ZARIF.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Luqman. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Zarif Hakimi bin Muhammad Nasi, and I, as a person who did not have any experience and also knowledge about the e-sport so I was being invited to give an opinion about the topic today, the e-sport topic today. So hopefully I can give a benefit opinion and also receiving a good opinion from you guys in this forum. So I will go more detail about this forum about e-sport, but I will focus on more to disadvantages or negative sides of e-sport. For this first one, I will touch about the health problems. So this point, basically, playing games or video games or esports will encourage the person who have playing the games will not exercise. This is because they will addicted towards the games and everything that will make the player will lazy to do the exercise and just stay in their room only. This will encourage them to have an unhealthy lifestyle. Based on my knowledge, I can give 3 points about this health problem. So for the first one, is about the obesity problem. So sedentary lifestyle and poor diet contribute to obesity. Video gaming, like television, and smartphones support a sedentary lifestyle, especially when coupled with sugar and a fatty snack. However, a newer form of gaming that combines game with physical activity, the game itself requires physical activity from the players, and the outcome of the game particularly relies on activity expended. Positive outcomes are reported in the prevention of Alzheimer, autism, and also obesity. So for the second point of health problem is sleep deprivation. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine has found that on average, gamers delay going to bed 36% of the nights they played video games. The average game playing was 4.6 nights per week, which adds up to the average bedtime delay of 101 minutes. Sleep quality is also negatively affected in adults, as reported in the study examining the effects of gaming volume. Next, I will continue about the attitude problems or when the players play the games. So the first one is about the bad language. The players are basically the kids who love to play the games that can pick up the language and behavior from other people and make your kid vulnerable to online dangers. Often posing as children, there are other bad actors mixing online through multiplayer video games and also using the chat applications. Number two is about poor grades in school. This is a not hard data that points to gaming is as a smoking gun for poor academic attainment. In fact, some of the more recent studies appears to suggest that low-use video gaming is associated with above average scores in maths, science, and reading tests. Next, I will continue to the point, relationship with family, parents, and also friends. So I think this will become another issue because if that person is too much addicted with the game, this will make them do not have any time or quality time with their family or friends. This is because when they have their leisure time, they will more playing games rather than spend the time with the family and friends. This will make the relationship will become not close as before. I think this all point that I want to talk and give. So I will continue to Mr. Imran continue their point.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Zarif. First of all, my name is Imran Hakim bin Adnan, and I am from one of lecturer in UATM. And I will talk about the disadvantages of gaming to youth. For the first point about disadvantage of gaming is addiction. As we know, the game can make some or more people become addicted and play the game for non-stop. This because the game is one of entertainment for the youth to play it. Besides that, the World Health Organization add game disorder to their medical reference to talk about this addicted gaming to the world. Next, for my second point is mental health. As we know, the gamer mental health is just as important as their physical health. Next, when they think more about the game, it can make them become more anxiety, especially in the form of panic attack. And for the certain issue, that some gamer can become depression because of they play more game and have lose the game. Because of that, they become more stressed. And lastly, about the disadvantage of this gaming for the youth is cheating. This is a negative side of gaming and e-sport, and it has no integrity to show for the player and the gamer and for all people. Besides that, it can influence to their gamer daily life, and for the worst, they can apply this habit to their daily life.
Okay,
And
uh,
that's for
be-
me.
before we continue, let me edit on the point that esport give benefits to the youth generation. For me, the esport give many benefits to the youth generation and also good for them. This is because they can obtain many skills that they needed by playing video games. For an example, quick thinking skills, making fast analysis and decisions can be obtained while playing video games that contain those criteria. According to researchers at the University of Rochester, led by Daphne Bevelier, a cognitive scientist, games simulating stressful events such as those found in battle or action games could be a training tool for real situations. The study suggests that playing action video games primes the brain to make quick decisions.
Sorry for interrupt. I would like to ask Mr. Luqman. Okay, a few weeks ago, I had watched streamings on Facebook that I know Facebook have being a platform for the pro player or esport players to gain a profit from their streaming. But I do not like when it comes some of the player, even the pro player also, are using a rude words when they are streaming. This will be not a good way when the children might follow their language when watching the streamings. So what do you think about this, Mr. Luman?
Thanks for the question. And for me, parents need to be smart about monitoring their child's activity or stream that their child watch. This is because not all streamers use profane language, and it can be said that the majority of streamers have a lot of followers to care about their behavior as a result of maintaining their reputation and sensitivity.
Okay, I don't think I agree with Mr. Zarif's point, which he stated just now that the disadvantages of esport to the youth generation is that esport provides bad language to the youth generation. For me, youth can read the instruction about the game itself. For sure, that every game provides a good instruction about the game that they made for the players. The instruction did not contain words that cannot be used in the youth's daily life. In addition, those words also can be used in their communication and writing, which helps them to increase their confidence to use English in their daily life.
Okay, for me, I agree with the point of Mr. Luqman that he say that parents need to be smart about monitoring their children. This because for me, this is important because children and youth is more like to copy behavior from the adult, and so parent needs to monitor their children because they need to they need to
They-
sorry for me, because parent need to monitor their children. That's for me. And as the conclusion from this forum, in gaming there are many positive and negative side from game. As a youth generation, they need to have self-control to play the game. And for the parent, they also need to play a role to monitor their children and their behavior. And lastly, for my opinion, youth need to balance their daily life with gaming. That from me, and thank you so much for hearing our today forum.
Thank you.